This video will go over some of the weirder mechanics of throwing items in Ultimate. Also, this voice is the Microsoft Word text-to-speech program. When playing young Link in Ultimate, I use arrows and boomerangs way more than bombs. The reason for this was that I thought the knockback of the bombs was random at times. Most of the time, the bombs knocked the opponent away from me, while other times they knocked the opponent towards me. When trying to practice bomb combos, I never thought they were reliable, because the bombs would send the opponent in a random direction. When playing around in training mode one day, I realized that the bomb sends outwards most of the time, but that there are very specific situations where the bomb sends inwards. As an example, take Sephiroth's side B. The orbs always knock the opponent away from Sephiroth no matter what. But with young Link, the bomb sends the opponent away from itself, not young Link. This means that when throwing the bombs really close to the opponent, young Link actually throws the bombs past the opponent and hits from the other side. This will be the thing most of this video will try to experiment with. Before I show anything this tech can do, who does this work on? The answer is most of the cast. Almost every character get knocked inwards when young Link throws the bomb really close. But it does not work on everyone. A rule of thumb is, the wider the character is, the less this will work. For characters like Link, Samus, Kirby, Ganondorf, and Mewtwo, this works just fine. But for characters like DK and Bowser, this does not work at all. Then we have some of the weirder characters, where the knockback is almost random. King Dedede, Ridley, and Cloud are examples of characters that push young Link too far away to make this work, at least most of the time. Another thing to be aware of is the opponent's percentage. If we use Lucina as an example, throwing bombs by tilting the C-stick will make her not tumble until around 91%. For Smash throwing the bombs, she will not tumble until around 88%. After that, the bombs will send into tumble. When a move does not make the opponent tumble, the opponent cannot DI to get away. The percentage of where bombs sends into tumble varies by weight. Bowser starts to tumble from a tilt throw at around 116%, while on Pichu it starts at around 76%. The tumble percentages is not as important as the percentage by itself, but it's a good thing to understand when playing around with this tech. Here are some examples of combos where young Link throws the bombs, while simply standing on the ground. Standing and throwing gives young Link 24 frames of lag. Another way of throwing the bombs is by running and throwing. A running throw is actually faster than a dash attack, if you are close enough. When running and throwing, young Link gets 29 frames of lag. A way of removing the extra frames is to jump for 1 or 2 frames before throwing. This makes young Link actually do a standing throw instead of a running throw. Doing a running throw also sends young Link further away from the opponent, making it easy to land a back air. Even though the combo counter resets, it still may be a true combo if your opponent has slow moves. Let's take a break from the inwards knockback. Throwing downwards is also an option. If you watched my previous video about Z dropping, you may think this is just a worse version of the same move. The fact is that Z dropping is not always fast on every character. This is because some characters nudges young Link further away, making the Z drop either slower or not hit at all. Throwing downwards alleviates some of these problems. Another bonus of throwing downwards is that this basically never sends the opponent into tumble. This opens up a lot of creativity young Link has the potential to show. For some characters, doing a forward air close enough sends young Link behind them. This opens the door even further. An option that is more feasible to do in a match is to use the inwards knockback while in the air. The last part of this video will be about footstooling. You may experience that when throwing the bomb downwards, the bombs may send the opponent either in or away. The reason for this is the way you flick the stick when throwing. The slightest angle on the stick may move young Link in a direction, which can change the knockback. This is also the case with the C stick, because the C stick in Ultimate is broken. If your throwing is not reliable enough, I recommend just using the Z button to drop the bomb. From what I have tested, this always sends the opponent inwards. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't expect this tech to be used a lot in tournaments. Young Link is a character that is best played from a distance, so being really up close is not a super great idea. But if you are in a situation where you are shielding with a bomb in your hand, and your opponent is really up close, you have some ideas of what to do. Also, I forgot to mention this one thing. This is not a tech exclusive to young Link.